Alright, so it's been a little bit. I've been tearing after this tractor and trying to find parts and pieces. It's not too hard to find. Pretty much everything out there is available somewhere for these old girls. Started tearing into it. Again, just getting the valves figured out. You can see obviously just how gross down those holes are. I mean, there's just yucca. So I have a small hone, and I'm going to get after that in a little bit, get things figured out. I'm hoping my son and I are going to spend some more time on this because it's a little bit of fun with him. Anyway, so getting those last few out was not like what you see in the other videos. It literally, the valve basically says you can push them down. The valve's guides you can push down and then remove a little retainer pin from the bottom, and then it'll all pull out through the top. And that was not what happened on a few of those. They were rusty, or stuck in there really well. Alright, so enough blabbering about that. So, with that, I ended up going down and looking in here. Now, a lot of times, what I've seen is people drill holes in here, and then what they do is they use that to hold this in place so that they can adjust this to get the proper height tolerance, if you will, for the valve. Okay, so not a huge mechanic guy. I just like having fun. So with that all being done, I thought, you know what the heck, I'll go a little bit further and I'll remove the oil pan, which turned into all of this coming off the front of the tractor. This is what it looks like coming off the front of the tractor. Okay, because the bottom of the engine is actually a big oil pan. That's the connection piece there. Alright, so that all had to get disconnected because there's two little bolts up in here, right up underneath all of that you gotta get after, and you can't really get at it with that stuff in place with the front steering linkage. So we blocked it. Yay. We started taking things apart. Everything turns. Is one thing I will say on all these old tractors I've ever played with, worked on, repaired. Everything seems to work. I don't know if it's just because they were built differently or what, but they just seem to like to be taken apart and serviced. Minus the valves I was just complaining about. Alright, so that's about 3 minutes of me yammering here. Now, when I took the oil pan off, you can see there's the pickup for the oil. I gotta get underneath here and underneath in the engine here, up underneath, and I'll double check the torque and the tolerance on the connecting rods after I give everything a really good cleaning. And then I took off the oil pan, which looks like $1 million, right? I mean, a little gasket seal on there, a little front seal, back seal. We're happy, happy, happy. Well, that all sounds like what happens in everyone else's world but mine. You see that cute little ring, little thing right there at the tip of my finger? You see that at the tip of my finger? Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is, but that's where I found it. So this literally came off with the oil pan, and my dad and I were sitting there looking at each other going, uh-oh. Now, I don't know exactly what this holds on. It looks like it's broke off, but I can tell you that means I'm going to go ahead and finish tearing off the engine completely from this tractor, which was never my intention here. My whole goal was to just tighten up the motor a little bit, get it running well, use it for, what I do around the house and having fun with my boys. And so now I'm tearing into maybe back further into the backside where the clutch is with the engine. So that being said, the next time you guys will get to see this engine, I guess that's what I'll be doing. I'll be taking it off here at the clutch housing or the bell housing, and getting in there and taking the engine off and putting it on a stand, and that was not the goal. Oh well. Alright, so such is life. If you are having fun watching these silly videos, that's great. I just like keeping things light, and hopefully you guys are just giggling with some of it. Because Lord knows it's all I can do. I mean, that right there. What are you going to do? That's what happens with these old girls. Sometimes you find things and find questions, and you got to get back after it. Okay, catch y'all later.